This is your weekly report on corruption in the Philippine government. A barangay kagawad was shot dead in front of Barangay Hall in Bacoor, Cavite, according to Nympha Ravelo's Super Radio DZBB report on Friday. Angel Ventura Tamayo, barangay kagawad of Barangay Sinagulazan, was shot dead in front of Barangay Hall at 5 p.m. Based on the report received by Colonel Christopher Lazo, Provincial Director of PNP Cavite. The victim was talking to Barangay Secretary John Paul Grand when two unidentified men riding a motorcycle shot him. He was immediately taken to Binacayan Hospital. However, he was declared dead on arrival. Authorities are still conducting the investigation. A complaint has been filed against the policeman who accidentally fired his gun that killed one of his colleagues in Laguna. The Philippine National Police said Monday, "We have already filed a case and gave police assistance," PNP officer in charge Police Lieutenant General Rodel Simonia said at a press briefing. PNP spokesperson Police Colonel Jean Fajardo told GMA News Online that the complaint filed against suspect Police Corporal George Mervin Canitz Duran is for reckless imprudence resulting in homicide. Duran is also facing an administrative case, she said. Reckless imprudence resulting in homicide is the case filed against the police who accidentally shot his fellow SWAT member. He will also face an administrative case, Fajardo said in a text message. Duran said on November 23, they were cleaning their service firearms for an inspection when another person approached him and said they exchanged guns. Upon the return of his gun, he examined it. However, when he was about to remove the load from the chamber, the gun accidentally went off and hit Police Corporal Frank Ignacio de la Cruz in the right chest. De la Cruz was immediately brought to the hospital, but the attending physician declared him dead on arrival. A 42-year-old messenger of the probation office in Tanawan City, this province, was gunned down on Friday night, November 25, outside his house in Purok 4, Barangay San Vicente. Here, police said the victim, Arnel Montalban, also a volunteer probation assistant of the office, was having a drinking spree for a baptismal on Saturday, November 26, when an unidentified man appeared. The gunman fired at the victim at close range and fled on board a motorcycle. Police said Montalban died on the spot. Witnesses said the suspect was wearing a white t-shirt, black jacket, and black pants, and was about 5 foot 8 inches to 5 foot 11 inches. Police said the victim left behind 8 children. An investigation is underway to determine if the shooting is work-related and the identity of the gunman. The Land Transportation Office on Monday has summoned 4 of its enforcers for alleged extortion caught in a video that went viral on social media. In a statement, the LTO said the 4 enforcers were from the Field Enforcement Division and were recorded trying to allegedly extort 8,000 pesos from a motorist flagged down at an LTO checkpoint in Bacoor town in Bulacan province going towards the Philippine Arena area. LTO Chief Jose Arturo J. Artugade already ordered that the 4 enforcers be relieved from their duties pending investigation. It said, the enforcers have been summoned to appear Monday at the Office of the Law Enforcement Services at the LTO Central Office in Quezon City for further investigation. The Sandigan Bayan has upheld the conviction of 4 officials of Gioan, Eastern Samar in connection with the anomalous procurement of a 1.99 million peso fire truck. In a resolution dated the 14th of October, the Anti-Graft Court 6th Division said the respondents failed to raise any meritorious argument in their appeals, which seek to reverse their conviction for violation of Republic Act 3019 or the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. The respondents were identified as Given Budget Officer Esperanza Cotin, Planning Development Officer Mananito Eclair, Administrative Officer Felipe Pagil and Market Supervisor Danilo Calandog. The court said the respondents, who were members of the Bids and Awards Committee, committed negligence when they resorted to negotiated procurement instead of conducting a public bidding. The 6th Division earlier sentenced the respondents to 6 to 8 years in prison and disqualified them from holding public office. A Philippine Coast Guard member died Monday after a colleague accidentally shot him in Matnog town in Sorsogon. Police Major Volta John Padado, Matnog Police Chief, reported on Tuesday, November 29, that the victim was Seaman 1 Joshua Solano, 24, of Camalig town in Albay. Initial investigation said Seaman 2 John Clint Lumabe, 29, accidentally discharged his 9mm pistol and hit Solano around 4:45 p.m. while at the Coast Guard queuing area in Barangay Manjumlad. Solano died while being taken to a hospital. Lumabe is now in the custody of Matnog police for proper disposition. The Commission on Audit disallowed the purchase of coffee vendor machines as well as coffee and chocolate made by the National Tobacco Administration for the supposed welfare of its employees in 2013. In the decision of the COA proper dated the 24th of January, 2022 but was released recently, the notice of disallowance issued by its corporate government sector Cluster 5 on November 9, 2016 on the purchase of the items was deemed final and executory. The NTA spent a total amount of 350,000 pesos which covered 14 coffee vendor machines, 200 kilograms of coffee, and 90 kilograms of chocolate. It was stressed in the decision that the items purchased by the NTA for health program activities for its employees were improper. It only covers physical and mental fitness program that seeks to attain long-term health through exercises and related physical fitness activities. Coffee vendor machines are not activities, the COA proper said in the decision signed by then Chairperson Michael Aguinaldo and Commissioner Roland Pondoc. The Commission also noted the late filing of the petition for review by the NTA, having exhausted the reglementary period of 6 months or 180 days to file an appeal. The petition for review was filed by NTA officials Eduardo Zaragoza, Cristina Lopez, Marta Risa Laudentia and Milagrostio. Liberality in the application of rules of procedure cannot be applied if it will result in the wanton disregard of the rules or cause needless delay in the administration of justice, the Commission proper said. After complying with the order to pay 5.96 million pesos in restitution to the government, the Sandiganbayan slapped a fine of 16,000 pesos on former Iloilo, 2nd District, Representative Judy Sijuko as part of a plea bargain agreement. The deal reduced the 78-year-old Sijuko's case to the lesser charges of fraud and failure of an accountable officer to render accounts from the original graft and malversation. The Sandiganbayan ruling published online Tuesday imposed the fine after Sijuko asked to be allowed to plead guilty in October to the lesser charges which stemmed from the procurement of 1,582 units of mobile phones in 2005, allegedly on public bidding. The Sandiganbayan has affirmed its earlier decision against a Maguindanao town mayor and other former town officials found guilty of graft in connection with a 2011 municipal water project. In its 25-page resolution dated November 29 and written by Associate Justice Mariani Corpus Manalac, the anti-graft court said the motions for reconsideration filed by Northern Cabanatulan, Maguindanao Municipal Mayor Datuambra B. Delangalin and his co-accused, former municipal accountant Rahima Ali and former municipal treasurer Cababara Mayol, were denied for lack of merit. It also upheld its earlier decision to sentence the accused to up to 7 years imprisonment and perpetual disqualification from public office and forfeiture of their retirement or gratuity. In its 9 September 2022 decision, the anti-graft court found the accused guilty of giving unwarranted benefits to a private firm, FFJJ Construction, in a contract for the town's small water impounding projects worth PHP 5 million. Full payment was given to FFJJ on the 20th of December 11, even though the project was completed only in the 20th of March 12. Undeniably, in causing the full payment of the contract price under the circumstances, the accused public officers gave the FFJJ Construction unwarranted benefit and advantage. As already explained, such action lacked adequate or official support and was unjustified, unauthorized or without justification or adequate reason, placing the contractor in a more favorable or improved position or condition and benefiting from such payment by having already the full amount available to it for use, as it, in fact, did use the same, even prior to the commencement of the project, without the need to use its own funds and without the risk of any loss, the court said. Prosecutors have questioned why the accused authorized full contract price payment of the project even before the construction started, as under government procurement rules, in no time should full payment be made prior to the completion of a project. That's all for this week. I'll see you next week with more stories of corruption and foolishness within the Philippine government.